Trial started today for one of the two suspects who terrorized the Eastern Shore for almost 5 months by setting dozens of fires. Tonya Bundick is on trial in Virginia Beach after a judge granted a change of venue. 10 on your side's Liz Palka has covered most of the major developments in this case since it broke last year. Liz, what happened today?
Well, Nicole, we heard from 9 witnesses today in Tonya Bundick's trial, the final witness being the Commonwealth's key man, Charlie Smith. Smith himself has already pleaded guilty to more than 60 arson charges related to this case, and he has said before in taped interviews with law enforcement that 10 on Your Side has done extensive coverage on, that Bundick was involved in those cases and that she even set a portion of them, and he stood by that story today during her trial. Take a look at some of this video from Virginia Beach Circuit Court today. Of course, it was here because she had asked for a change of venue out of Accomack County. Today's trial has to do with 2 charges that Bundick faces: arson and conspiracy to commit arson. These are related to the night Bundick and Smith were arrested for a fire on Airport Road in Melfa. Others that testified today include the Accomack County Sheriff Todd Godwin, the Virginia State Police troopers that had been doing surveillance on the Melfa house that night, the troopers that arrested them, and even a representative from Verizon who showed records of all phone calls made between Smith and Bundick that night. Smith, though, the witness many were waiting to hear from, he answered a lot of questions about their relationship and even got emotional, wiping away tears when talking about how much he still cared about Bundick, loved her. He talked about how the fire started in the first place months before, saying that she lit many of the initial ones, and when it comes to that last fire in Melfa, the one we're focusing on, during this trial, he went through everything they did that evening, including the discussions they had before he says he lit that house on fire and then she picked him up on Airport Road. And this is important because the Commonwealth is trying to prove that she knowingly took part in all of this, while the defense is trying to say that Bundick didn't know what was happening that night when she dropped Charlie Smith off on Airport Road at that abandoned house in Melfa. All of this is going to start again at 9 in the morning because Smith is only halfway through. The defense will be cross-examining him again starting at 9. They already said they're going to take a while. They also have about 3 more witnesses that they're going to be calling. And of course, there's going to be the closing arguments and then jury deliberation. We'll be here to cover the entire thing. Live in Virginia Beach, I'm Liz Palka, 10 on Your Side.
Bundick's fiancé, Charles Smith III, pleaded guilty to almost 70 counts of arson in October. A judge still has not scheduled his sentencing date.